Welcome back, guys. This is 45 News Utah, Western States Media, and others. So let's talk tonight about the headlines of Senator Blumenthal expresses regret for attending Communist Award show. Just saying, Democrats, the Democrat of Connecticut, Blumenthal. Sorry, everything's just kind of jumping. There's videos kicking in constantly. Friday, that they regretted attending the Communist Awards show last week. The senator spoke to, Amstead Award ceremony on December 11th, where he honored the recipients with the honorary certificate. Speakers of the event regularly encourage attendees to register with the Communist Party. My understanding was that this ceremony was strictly a labor event, Blumenthal said Friday in a telephone interview with the Hartford Current. I don't know what that is. Anyway, so apparently Blumenthal spoke at an event that was a communist event. So, go figure. Just go figure. Whatever, bro. It's like, could it get any crazier? Could it get? I take that back, because yes, it could. Okay, let's get into Air Force takes stance in debate over government's use of gender pronouns. Woke invasion. Has a picture of jets flying over. It's just the fun. The fun just continues. Just one day you look at it, you're just like, this is gonna get crazy. It's just completely crazy, completely and utterly crazy. So, here we go. The United States Air Force has authorized the use of gender pronouns in electronic signature boxes for communications within the department. This guidance provides approval for the use of pronouns in electronic signature blocks and expands the written communication by providing officials templates posted on e-published websites available for download. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Newsworthy? Apparently no, but maybe newsworthy to some. I don't know. Personally, I don't know. Sorry, it's just, I just did a lot of cleaning in the newsroom, guys. So lots of cleaning. It was needed a complete makeover, and it's nice and tidy now. Been using a storage room, so for my second oldest daughter. And now it is cleaned up, but apparently there's a lot of dust and there's dogs and cats and stuff, which I'm going to eventually try to work on. COVID tightens grip on liberal cities as Saturday Night Live makes big changes. We can't really talk much about it, but it looks like the areas that are, have a liberal city, we all know what that means. The rates of such and such, looks like that they're high, and they're exploding with COVID. So anyway, I can't say much because I don't want to get censored. But you follow me on this. It's not really working out the way it should, right? But hey, whatever. Because just to be factual, let's follow the science. Science says the first two jabs really are not going to be effective against the Omicron variant. I'm hearing some releases, both sides of the coins to break down the news. Some people are saying, and I can't quote this, I'm not going to quote this, but are saying that there is severity to it. There is other scientists saying it's not that severe, but you're going to look at the large amount of people infected, because there's 70% more replication of the virus inside your bronchial tubes. But I did watch a doctor today that is pretty credible. He was saying that the good thing is, so the upper respiratory infection versus a lower respiratory infection. Okay, Omicron in children. Okay, let's not get into that. We'll talk about it in a second. In adults, Omicron is affecting, supposedly so far, per what's been released, is that it's an upper respiratory infection, which can be dangerous. Yes, lead to lower respiratory infection and pneumonia. But so far, what they're explaining is it affects the upper respiratory area. Now that's an advancement for the coronavirus, because the novel coronavirus has mutated. We came out with the different variants, so alpha, omega, whatever. And realistically, it ended up with the Delta. The Delta was more aggressive, more contagious type of stuff. But it did affect the lower respiratory system, that's when you're in real trouble. The thing about Delta, just to inform everybody of what factual evidence is out there, Delta, when it came to children, the reason why Delta, the novel coronavirus, and the other variants did not seem to have a very great impact on the young is because the younger children didn't really get into the lower respiratory system. It would get to the upper respiratory system, it would affect there. That's why they were more symptomatic, but less ill. So remember that. That's what Delta and the other variants prior to Omicron were more symptomatic in children, but had less effect as far as illness. So that means they coughed, they sneezed, they acted sick for a few days, they spread the Omicron variant, then the adults would get it, it would colonize in the lower respiratory system, and that's where the pneumonia would also set in. Now, Omicron, so far, this is just preliminary data still, it's going to take months to figure this out. They got South Africa saying what's happening there, the UK, which is now the Omicron variant's exploding, and then the partial influx in the United States, which we're not testing enough PCR testing to test the genomes of the virus, see if it's actually Omicron or not. But the deal is, Omicron is so far, it is affecting the upper respiratory systems in the adults, which means more symptomatic, 70% more viral load, replication, huge virus explosion, but it's not affecting the lower respiratory system. Now, if that makes sense to anybody, the lower respiratory system is when you get pneumonia. The upper respiratory system is when you get bronchitis type illness. So get ready to see a lot of sick people if you're already not seeing it as it is. But remember, this is probably a good sign. As long as Omicron stays where it's at, it's evolved where it's less deadly, more contagious, which was in my previous videos, it evolves up or down. And you want it to go up. You don't want it to be, you want to be more contagious, less deadly. And that's what it's done. That's because upper respiratory infection versus lower respiratory infection. And we have it. So a lot of the patients that get it, it's basically a head cold, body aches, blah, blah, blah. But it is not as deadly or illness causing or people being really severely ill as Delta was. Now that is the difference between previous variants up until back to the wild version. They're called wild, that jump from a bat to a penguin to a goose to a monkey to whatever. Though they never found that yet. To a human, and then deer and elk and everything else, whatever. That's another crazy deal. We already talked about it in the last videos. But it's good news. Due to the evolutionary process of the virus, it's actually mutating to where we need it to mutate. And then it'll consume the Delta because it will out-replicate it, take over, and somehow these viruses, they kill each other off. It's kind of like survival of the fittest. Who reproduces the fastest? Who could take over the fastest to push out the other variants. So the other variant loses out because it can't reproduce fast enough, it can't colonize fast enough, and it can't move fast enough. So therefore it loses. All evolution of humanity, all species is exactly the same way, same with viruses. So the good news, that is the really, really good news, if it holds. Now I'm just telling you, if it holds. So the vaccine mandate, we got to get into that. Let's get into something really important here. Not breaking news. Must employees follow the vaccine mandate? So Biden's vaccine mandate was reinstated. There's 3 lawsuits against it. The courts are responding to lawsuits brought by Republican-led states, conservative groups, and some businesses. Tens of millions of workers across the U.S. are in limbo as federal courts have issued different rulings related to the President Joe Biden's COVID-19 vaccine mandate for larger private companies, certain healthcare workers, and federal government contractors. The Federal Appeals Court panel has allowed the vaccine requirement for employees with 100 workers or more, although Republican Attorney General, business associates, and conservative groups have appealed the U.S. Supreme Court. A vaccine mandate for companies that have contracts with federal government is on hold nationwide, while the separate mandate for healthcare workers, employees, and workers who work for providers that receive federal Medicare and Medicaid funding has been blocked in half of the states. Where are we? I don't know, guys. But realistically, the first two jabs are ineffective. The booster shot, which just stimulates the immune system, is what they're talking about. And my opinion is, why, if you had the natural infection, why wouldn't they offer the booster shot to those that were naturally infected? It's just my opinion. Why do you have to get two jabs, start all over again, get the virus, get two jabs, and then get a booster shot? To me, that seems like a whole lot of trouble. They should offer the booster shot to those that already had an infection. Remember, your immunity only lasts 8 months. And I've said that from the very beginning. It took mainstream media and a lot of the professionals to catch on to that. It took them literally a year to figure that out. Your immunity will last longer. But as far as your vaccine immunity right now, it's moot. If you're just double vaccinated against Omicron, you're not going to stand a chance. You're still standing a chance against Delta. It's still helping. It's not going to stop you from getting it or spreading it. But depending on how long ago you got the last shot, will tell you how long you're protected. Let's just hope the Omicron comes in, which is a sweeping new variant that's going to come in and save the day. Let's hope it comes in magically, corrects all the market, fix all the illness. So, anyway, so they can't rob the world of the biggest theft in world history. And if you haven't noticed, some of you people have banks, even like credit unions, just got a notice in the mail. You can't go withdraw your $700 credit line anymore, which might be signs of things to come. Fake fiat currency into the mix. That's what that is. All fake fiat currency. All lies. Borrowed debt. Okay, let's see. COVID. So let's go to the Saturday Night Live. Titan. Blah blah blah. What the heck? I really got to probably go ahead and do the upgrade on Avast to try to save the computer. The announcement was made on a tweet Saturday by Saturday Night Live and said that the decision was made out of an abundance of caution. Saturday Night Live announces no live audiences for limited cast and crew due to COVID Omicron variant. Now, they're kind of worried about a surge with sick people. Remember, when you have 1 million people infected in a short period of time, there is going to be severe illness in that group. It's not going to be as drastic as Delta or the novel coronavirus or the other variants, but there is going to be people that are going to die from this. There is going to be serious illness for people, much like influenza. But let's not talk about the drug epidemic and the overdose epidemic that's been going on per the big pharma, which, if you want to go to a video tonight, I'm going to go to YouTube and start my heavy metal era and remembering rock. We're going to cover Wayne Static. Love Static X. I mean, a lot of you guys won't like it. I don't know. I'm 47, he's 48 when he passed away, November 1st. But I'm going to try to cover Wayne Static tonight on a new channel. It's going to be interesting. So, yeah, remembering rock and heavy metal era. So if you want to go to that, check it out. I'll probably do a Facebook video on that. We'll listen to Static X. We'll talk about the lives and times of Wayne Static, and we get into Alice in Chains. I want to talk about Lane Staley. I'm telling you, these guys are fantastic people. They were a gift. Music was good then, really good, and it was pretty much kiboshed by the smash and grab gangster hood. Who could be the biggest thugginest gangster in the hood? And we wonder what happened to our generations, because that's the music we put on a generation. Remember, music does shape a generation. We learned that in the 60s. It's factual. Yeah, factual. Love and caring and kindness and all that. Heavy metal rock being a rebel, or gangster thug and dealing drugs and stealing. Go figure. Go figure why this is happening. I don't have a clue. My heroes have always been cowboys, right? Just telling you. Okay, see the Dems who voted against giving former top Obama aide ambassador job. They're just dumb. Anyway, Senator Ted Cruz scores a future vote on Russia pipeline sanctions in deal with Democrats. 59% of the world's reserve currency is the U.S. dollar. This is what they're scared of. Russia eats up more of that. China eats up more of that. Anybody eats up more of that. And that debt, the $460,000 per individual debt liability, is on your shoulders. I'm telling you, they're trying to deflate the money, cause inflation, deflate the money, make it less valuable, to make the debt less, because it's not paid back in wealth or value. The debt's not value. The debt is dollars. So the idiot kleptocrats at the top that are running this entire circus, they just figure we'll just drop the value of the currency. That way we owe less. That is the morons we have in charge. That is the corporate shill morons that run this country and the world, for that matter. It's all orchestrated. Okay, let's get on next. Big bank slapped with 9-figure penalty over employees' WhatsApp message. JP Morgan doesn't care. Janet Yellen printed off $1 trillion while everybody's song and dancing to Build Back Better and all the stupidity of everything else that's going on, the stupid trumped up headlines and the symphony of destruction garbage that we listen to every day. You're like Kardashians. Janet Yellen's like, oh, print. Oh, JP Morgan. Oh, Chase. Oh, yeah. Wells Fargo. Oh, whatever. Who figured? Meanwhile, billionaires are sending idiots into space. Go figure. All the fake fiat currency. Kind of like you see those commercials where I took this company to for the number one company in the stocks and exchanges. Well, yeah, you did, because there's $1 bazillion to fake money. Hello, there's more money in the market. Bazillions of it. Of course you're going to take a company to record gains across the globe. But yeah, because every dollar printed out was handed out frivolously to the world. There's so much money floating around, except for the working class. That's kind of where that lies. It's a flip. It's reverse psychology on the rest of us. It's all they do is reverse psychology. It's all they use. Just simple reverse. Lower taxes, but raise them. You're going to fight inflation, but raise that. We're going to save, we're going to build back better, but then to destroy everything. That's just the way it works. The Heroes Act, not for the heroes. See how that works? Kind of scary when you start using your brain. You start going, oh, how come? Well, these guys are going to fix it. No, they're not going to fix it. I got news for all of you. None of them are going to fix it. It's all a joke. If they fix it, it's just more bull so they can take more. It's all it's about. How the Continental Army spent America's first Christmas and the turn the tide on the Revolutionary War. He actually decided to go across the Potomac. Watch Five-Finger Death Punch. Yeah. Living the dream. Yeah. Anyway. That'll kind of give you an idea. Researchers make groundbreaking discovery below the surface of Mars. Yeah, water. I believe it's water. Space is full of water, by the way. Ice. Okay, let's see the European Agency, Russian Space, and the Russian Space Agency. They have us, guys. Just telling you. Same with the Chinese. Trace gases. Gas orbiter reportedly spotted the water at the valley's main Aries Canyon system. Yeah, there's water there. Entrance of Mars Lake. Floods confirmed by NASA. Yeah, in a release, ESA said that the water was detected using a trace gas orbiter, TGO, fine resolution epithermal neutron detector. It's jumping around, sorry. The ability to detect hydrogen in an upper atmosphere meter and planetary soil revealed an area with an unusual large amount of hydrogen in a colossal valley, Martian's Canyon system, assuming the hydrogen we see is bound into water molecules at a 40% or near surface. Material in this region appears to be water. You guys like to see the picture? This is... sorry, bros, but it's pretty much true. There is... Oh, shoot, it's not... I can't go Twitter. I'm sorry. We can't enlarge it. But yeah, there's water on Mars. It took them 2,021 years to figure that out. I'm sure glad they're in charge. Isn't it amazing? Water on Mars, guys. There's life out there. I don't know where everybody thinks. If you're Christian, you believe in life, and there is other worlds. If you're Native American, you believe in the other worlds, the star people. Hello? No, they live off space dirt. Yeah, whatever, bro. Whatever. How long does it take you guys to understand this stuff? Anyway, those are the heavens up there. Let's see. Da 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 dum 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 dum. That's dum. Okay. LVY League School announces return to remote learning as COVID cases spike. Well, yeah, for Delta, but not for Omicron. Shouldn't be anything like that. This is supposed to be the fixer, like Metallica, the song Fixer. I got a great idea. We'll call that the Fixer Omicron variant. That should be code word for Omicron, Fixer. Because if it does what it's supposed to do, then that's going to be the Fixer. Now, it's not fake news, YouTube, Facebook. It's just, that's stupidity. This is reliable doctors, Dr. John Campbell. Hello. I should be like, yeah, whatever. They should post his videos and see if they try to kick me. Send at least Washington for Christmas break without accomplishing major Biden goal. Maybe they'll just leave forever. Could we get so lucky? No, the 1%ers need to back in there to do their jobs to make them more money. Boy, are we having fun with this enrichment yet. Build back better. Brave new world, I'll tell you. Largest theft in human history. Another strict mandate. Gaining momentum across businesses and university as COVID cases spike. Of course it is. Of course you got to have more. Oh, she's going to tell me to my face, this lady's a doctor, because she's a doctor lady. She's like, ugh. She disappeared because it's better with her gone. Anyway, the rapid spread of COVID-19 Omicron variant has pushed the debate over vaccine booster shots mandates to the front of some business and universities that matters to their own. I'm not. Dr. John Campbell, other scientists on YouTube, which I'll tell you, you can believe them because you don't hear much out of World Health Organization, all that stuff, blah, blah, whatever. They read the information to give it to us layman terms. No. Not going to do it. Don't care. My opinion. Oh, I got I'll tell you guys. There's a viewer of mine that I greatly appreciated. That's just gross watching me wipe my nose. I know, but this is going to get better eventually. Starting already feels a little bit better with the dogs gone. A viewer that viewed 45 News Utah and Rick's Rock Shop. He passed away. He was Terry. I hope your journey is fast, my friend. Sad. Go to someone's Facebook and see Rick's Rock Shop, 45 News Utah, as you know, they're some videos they like to watch and people they support. And thank you, Terry. Thank you very much. Okay, on to the next news. Let's opioid crisis. Whoa, North Carolina Congressman doctor says every city is a border city amid rising overdoses. You got the southern border open. Where do you think that stuff comes from? Less Oxycontins, and guess who passes those out? So let's just not cut off the heads of the snakes. Just keep fighting. Say, well, the supply routes are completely wide open. What war would we have won without, especially World War II, because I can't consider Vietnam a win in any way, shape, or form, or Korea. World War II, we bombed supply lines. Blink, 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 blink. So this is bullcrap. This North Carolina congressman, yeah, you hit the supply lines. When you're at war, you're in a drug war that you completely bought and lost for the past eons, and you spent bazillions of dollars, cost more lives than anybody could ever imagine. I mean, we don't even want to know how many people have died due to the drug epidemic, including all the gang violence, wars, fighting, killing each other, not to mention psychological depression, suicides, everything else to do with the drug war, but they won't stop the supply lines. We're at the border. No, you're not. We're stopping the drugs. No, you're not. It's a border war every day. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Well, they keep getting it through. Oh, well, yeah, because they're running across the desert, but let's not put up a wall. Just dig a moat. Just put up an electric fence where it just blows people up when they hit it. Oh, there goes 6 lives saved by taking out one drug runner. You know, what are you going to do? Is he's going to continue to do the same thing. It's called insanity for doing the same thing over and over again, expect a different result. You're never going to get a different result. I blocked the border. We got dogs checking all these borders. What are you doing? You're stuffed up underneath your thing. There goes a coyote, not the kind that barks and they shoot with the coyote call. It's a guy running people across. Oh, well, they got backpacks. What's in those backpacks? Heroin, heroin, fentanyl. But with all the technology, we do have more technology on the border. With all the technology, they can't stop it. It's a 500-mile porous border. They can see everything 24 hours a day. Satellites. They can detect human movement. You have to stop the immigration movement because it's being used for the drug epidemic that is killing people. Those that are being immigrated up here, pushed to the United States illegally, are dying too. A lot of them are dying. There's human smuggling, Me Too movement, rapes, murders, abuse, dead people. But why? Because everything they do is reverse. We're going to fight the epidemic on our streets, but yet we're not going to fight the open border crossings that are happening with the drugs in the backpack. We can't do that because that's inhumane, but yet we're going to lock you down. You're not going to be able to go to your family. We're going to make sure you do something we tell you to do, or else you're fired. You'll lose your job. Doesn't matter what happens to you. But we're not going to disrupt illegal activity. And we're not going to disrupt the human price of the people that suffer getting to this country because of the policies. It's across the board, guys. They've been breaking these laws across the border for so long. Those of you that left across the border, maybe you could come up and send me a message about this, because you had to witness things that PTSD. I mean, are we dealing with the PTSD of the people that actually ran across the border and got smuggled by coyotes and seen the drug use and the rapes or was the coyotes like, hey, you guys check your bags in. We're going to give you new bags, and you guys are all awesome. We're going to treat you great. And if you guys have any complaints, contact our local coyote business dealer. This guy, how was our service? We brought you up from South America, but how was our service? Was it good? Was our service good? Okay, well, thanks for running with us. No, that's all. No, they don't care. They don't care. Most of them have to pay it back when they get here in America. It's like ransom. But hey, Biden, Harris, all of you, all the Republicans, the Democrats are up there, except for possibly Ted Cruz, a few that are in the, fighting a little bit, actually fighting back. The Republican governors are saying this bullcrap, stop the war. The sheriffs that are saying stop this crap. Under the guise of humanity. Well, we got to save the immigrants. We got to save. You're torturing people. If you want to save them, let them in. Go down, fly them across, drive them here. Pick them up and bring them across the border. And, stop lying to everybody. Stop lying to them, stop lying to us, and stop the drug war. Just get 50,000 buses and the entire U.S. military go down there and pick them up. What are the cartels going to do then? Oh, crap. Well, dang, thanks for riding with us, Coyote International Services. We have to close today because our bottom line was cut out because America decided not to import the drugs that's killing everybody that, is actually the real epidemic across the country has been going on since the doctors pushed the opioid crisis from Purdue Pharma. Let's never do that, right? Let's not do that. And I'm not an open borders advocate. I'm just saying enough's enough. Enough's enough. Either they tell us the truth, because I'm telling you, they are all criminals and crooks. They are all criminals and crooks. Every single state. Okay, maybe one or two exceptions. The rest are complete garbage. Just garbage. They're a different group, and you're not invited. They are a gentleman's club, and none of you are invited. Anyway, all this stuff. Crime is on the rise, and a tornado struck Mayfield, Kentucky. Well, go figure. This country's completely insane. Push horrible values is what you get. Defund the police is what you get. You don't need to defund the police. You just need to get morals back in America. You just got to get morals back. You raise your kids to be good kids. Don't just say, hey, poverty, and you can live in this, and if you do this, you make more money. Doping and thugging. Hey, turn on that radio, thugging down the road. Dope. If they're listening to Roy Rogers, if they were listening to Roy Rogers or Poison, or Warrant, she's my cherry pie. He's driving around. They're like, hey, what are we going to do tonight, guys? Let's go chase some women. Let's go have some fun. Let's listen to Motley Crue. What would they be doing? Instead, it's gangster rap. And you wonder what's wrong. Music shapes the generations. Vote me as president, guys. I'll change it all. Political cartoon of the day. If the shoe fits. Well, yeah, Biden, the shoe fits. Anyways, that's all I can really get through. We're at 30 minutes. Facebook tends to cut me off after 30 minutes. Hope I didn't offend any of you. If I did, it's a point of topic. Remember, this is a show. This is going to be more Western States media. Going to be posted to 45 News Utah, our local news network. But it will be shared on 45 News Utah, along Western State Media, Morning Star Times, WSM 45, Utah, the Munchausen Effect, Insanity Rule, just loads of others. So anyway, that's Fox News. So you guys have a great night. Stay tuned for video number 2 coming up. And remember, we're going to do Remembering Rock and Heavy Metal Era tonight. We're going to get on the video show. I have one night off. So here we go, guys. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.